Hey, deserving listeners, couples therapy, let's watch.
If there could have been some way to help us see the childlike core of each other, as opposed to the hardened adult personas and responses that had been calcified over time, both individually and in our coupledom.
Okay. Yeah, that's in line with what she was saying earlier, and there's a pretty good chance I don't fully understand or even halfway understand what she's talking about. Not that she's speaking in a confusing way, but it's too complicated for me to comprehend from a snippet of an episode. But if I was to take a guess, I think what she's trying to express is what I was talking about earlier in terms of if I'm allowed to be a child or express my childish side, which I think is just her not being a mom. It's like I'm either a mom or I'm a child. So because I wouldn't say that it's a child mode necessarily, but that it's two adults that are seeing each other as vulnerable human beings instead of him forcing her to be his mom, you know? That's just a guess, and that's me modifying what she's saying, which I don't want to do, because what she's saying is, you know, to be... Now, there's another chance that what she's saying is that she has a really big need for the two of them to be free and children and light and fun and creative and laughing, and, you know, with that comes intimacy and goodness. So I think that's it. At least part of what she's saying, which makes sense.
So we have a little bit of a puzzle to solve here with Boris and Jessica.
Yeah.
I did not expect what they came in with. Basically saying, you know, like a fairy tale.
With a prince and a king, even.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Boris is saying that he actually in the background.
So that makes me think, so the consultant finished the sentence, so to speak, of Dr. Orna. And Dr. Orna's like, yeah, right. So that could be a result of Dr. Orna having previously described the prince and the king, but I suspect that they actually have watched the sessions, which would be a much faster way of helping the consultation process. So that's interesting.
Was planning this whole birthday party for her. And then somehow in the way he did this, he managed to kind of really turn things around, which in turn made her suddenly able to listen to his plight completely differently. And that's all she needed.
Yeah, it's a good description. The way she's describing it makes me think that she's skeptical of the transformation. You know, she's like, and that's all she needed. But I don't know, which I have been skeptical. I mean, meaning that, and the couple hasn't said this. They haven't said all of our problems are solved, but so I don't know how they feel about that, but I am quite sure that they will downward spiral again. Maybe it'll go easier this next time, but yeah, people just don't transform that easily.
My thought is that his partner asked him to leave, and he didn't. And maybe that already demonstrated something about his commitment.
So you're saying maybe him not leaving was the therapeutic agent.
At least the beginning of something.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that, because that isn't the vibe that Jessica had in the bits that we saw, that she was testing him, because I don't think Jessica was worried about him abandoning her, you know? But we all worry about that. So his interpretation isn't resonating with me, but what do I know?
But you think the story continues that way? It's happy land?
I think, yeah, I think there's a good chance. Because
Yeah, I agree with her. All right, let's take a little break here. The rest of this video will be for members of our YouTube channel. So if you want to see this full video and all the other full videos of me watching this show, you have to become a member. Otherwise, please take care of yourself, because you deserve it. You really, really do.